Welcome back to the next tutorial. Today we're going to be doing more mechanics and stuff. So what we want to do is make hitboxes. So let's make things that get hit. So let's draw a simple ball. So let's draw a red ball. Excuse me. I just ate. Uh, do Says simple ball panzu. Stop trying to detail the ball. Stop. Stop, and you did it. Oh, no, no. Okay. So now we got a ball. We don't need to turn it into a symbol because we're not gonna make the character hit the ball. We're gonna make the character hit the hitbox. So take the hitbox. Oh no, we're not gonna put it over the character. What we want to do is put it on the code box layer. That's basically where all the hitboxes are located. Boom. Actually put it over the whole thing. Alright, so you put hitbox. No. We don't actually name it anything. Don't name it anything. Otherwise it'll be a tedious process. Uh hold on, I'm thinking. Uh yes. Alright, so we don't use the hitbox. We're going to duplicate the symbol and we're gonna call it wall. So let's zoom it up a bit. let's draw some boundaries. So make another layer. Make sure you have one pixel selected. Alright, so just make the line. So what we want to do is make the line not all the way, but make sure it's in. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, so make sure you make a line. If you don't have this plugin, it's okay. Just use the square. Make it 1 pixel wide and 10 pixels. Actually, no. How big is this box? 20, and make it 20 pixels. No, 18 pixels. So then you're gonna select that symbol. It doesn't matter if it's centered. Just name it. Uh, just name it wall bound. So you copy this, then you rotate it, then you do that, then you do the same thing, right? That. Oh, no. We don't want any decimals. We don't want no decimals, no decimals. There you go. So basically we got the bounding box. So we want to name the top bound wall up. Let's copy that. Wall left, wall right. Or don't even name wall, just put wall R for, and wall D for like down and stuff. Add another layer. This would be the actions layer, so F9 or the action or Windows actions and all that. We're gonna put on enter frame equals function. This is like the unclip event, but for like layers and frames and stuff. So on enter frame. Remember, this action only works for like, well, it can work on symbols, but like you'll have to put on clip event. You have to have a clip event. All right. All right. So on enter frame equals function. if root car hitbox hit test wall up. So if it hits the top wall, if the character's hitbox hits the top wall, the character will not be able to. The character will be moved up. How about while? While is basically if it's doing that, just move it one. Just keep moving it one until. While basically means on this exact frame. So this is basically this action happens. It's a loop action. It basically happens on one frame. Here, let me demonstrate. So using ifs is like let's see, let's just make a couple frames and stuff. What the frick? And let me demonstrate. So basically, these are frames, right? Ah, what the heck? All right, what's all right? So basically, if statements do the action each and every frame of the thing. All right. So basically, let's say if we put if all right, let's say I equals 10. If I is less than 10, add I and trace I. Add 1 to I and trace I. So basically, if 0 is less than if I is less okay, let me try again. I equals 0. If I is less than 10, I will add and we will trace I. So basically, when we say if, it means like, all right, so if it's less, then just do that action. Now go to the next frame. If it's still that, do that action. Go to the next frame. If it's still that, do that action. If it's not that anymore, just do that action. But go to the next frame. It's not going to do an action, no an action. It's already done. But for while statements, this is basically what it is. While or I equals 0, while I is less than 10, add I. So just keep doing that action. If it's still not that, keep doing that action on the same frame. If it's not, keep doing that action. Keep doing that action. Just keep doing that action. Just keep doing that action. And eventually, once it's done, just move on to the next frame. And then you'll be able to see what happened. That's basically what while statements are. So that's basically like for collision, so it looks pixel perfect. So you don't say if it hits it, then move it one, but like if the character speed is faster than it, it'll just move a little slower. So if you do while, it means keep pushing it back if it's still touching it on that frame. So basically, do that. Now while it's hitting the down, the opposite. While it's hitting the right, its X will move to the right. If wall up, wall down, wall right. If it's hitting the right wall, move it back right. Left wall, move it back up to the left. So we basically got that. So let's test it. So if we take our wall, bound it over here. Let's just do this so we can see if the hitbox is working. All right, we can see our hitbox right here, right? So if we walk on it, yay, we can't move. If we do it over here, oh, why does it do that? Because the hitbox is also touching the come on, cooperate. because the character's hitbox is not only touching this, but it's touching this a little bit, so we just gotta make it smaller. So just go to the wall bound, and then instead of making it 18, just make it 16. And then smooth it down. How does that look? Alright, so there we go. Now this should look good. There we go. Now it should be able to happen. There you go. There you go. There you go. Now it won't slide. There you go. Alright. So now we know the hitbox is working. But we can see the hitbox, and we don't want to. So go to its action layer. Just put that down. Put visible equals false. Basically, it's visible. It's being visible is not true. We can just copy that action because I'm not gonna write it again. Although I literally said no laziness in this tutorial. Copy that. So now we can't see any hitbox because I just told it on the other hitbox. So now, you might not see it, but it's there. The reason why I put fixed hitbox not all the way is so that they can overlap on certain objects, so it's not like they can't, it's not like it's they are under it. So basically now we got our mechanics done. Here, let's just add more objects. Let's add more objects for Frisk to interact with, like a rock. Let's make a rock. Let's add a rock. Yeah, added a rock. And it's looking kind of sweet to look at this rock acting like an eat. Got this rock and it's kind of sweet. So we copy that. The reason why we're not giving the hitbox an instance name is because if we do, then we're gonna have to give every single hitbox a name. We can't just give it all the same name, otherwise it'll be like, well, we gotta choose one, so let's choose the first one that existed. And then it won't work for anyone but the one that first existed. So now the rock works. We can't go over it. We can't go aside. We can't go under it. Go around it. Guess we're gonna have to leave it alone. All right. So you're also wondering why? Yeah, we can see the edge of the screen. We don't want that, right? Right. So what we want to do is give it a boundary box. Alright, so basically... Oh, no, don't turn to something. Go on the camera layer. So instead of always doing that, so if root character x is less than 640 and root car x is greater than 0. So it'll actually no. Basically, it'll just say if the character's over here, and since it's gonna be a center, it's still gonna show. All right, so let's do 320. Yeah, and if x is less than 640. No, if x, what the frick? I'm confused. Hold on. If let's see if it's over here, it's gonna stop over there. What's it right there? So if it's x, oh, hold on, let me go to info. There. So if it's x is less than 480, greater than 320. Now let's test that. What's we forgot to close it. There we go. Now it'll only do that if those attributes are true. It'll only do that for, let's make that only do it for x. Otherwise, let's make it, oh. Now it won't show the edge of the screen. Now it's obeying us. It'll still do it for the y-axis because I forgot to tell it to stop. $160. Not 480, 160. No, if it's greater than 160. All right. Let's make the, since the camera is starting over here, let's put the character in the center and make sure they match, otherwise. Make sure the X's match. So then when it starts, it won't look so obvious like that. Oh. There we go. There, make it pop up on the left. What the? Oh, that's why I did it. There you go. So now let's do it for the Y. If actually, don't even follow the character's Y. Don't even follow the character's Y, so we can do that. There you go. Let's do that for Y then. If Y is, if its Y is less than, let's try the height of the stage, so 480. No, like let's 240. And it's greater than 160. Let's just try that. What the? Oh, right. We forgot to close it. Remember, close your thing. So, oops, deleted it. So y equals this. I'm not following the character, are we? So if the character is less than 240, but greater than 160. Oh, less than 160 and greater than 240. Now what am I doing? I knew I was right. So if y is less than 240, oh, but its y isn't less than 240. Except 160 on that, so like, let's see, 240 plus 16, it's 24 plus 16. That's like 400. What the frick is it doing? if it's Y is oh I accidentally put X too. Okay. There you go. Still showing the border, so let's do like 360. There you go. And if it's less than 240. Okay, so if it's less than 200. Oh, hold on, if it's less than 360. Oh, how about 300? Uh, yeah, it's working perfectly. So we basically got our main mechanics done. Oh, but we need to add the door action. Here, I'm gonna make the hitboxes red because I feel like that's a more appropriate color. And I saw Toby Fox use it, and I want to be just like Toby Fox. Alright, so basically all the hitboxes are red. The doors will be blue. So doors will be blue. Alright, so basically we don't need to draw doors, but actually let's just draw a house. A house. Make sure it's on another way. Let's draw a house. A wooden cottage. A wooden cottage. It doesn't even have to be a cottage. Oops. Doesn't even have to be. These are just placeholders. Next tutorial we'll do backgrounds like tile sets and all that, so you don't have to use these poor excuse of a background. This. Then let's add windows. Let's add windows. Looking kind of nice. Let's add a roof. Let's make it have a roof. So its roof is gonna look like this. Yeah. Let's just see how that looks. All right, it's looking kind of nice. So what we're gonna do is make it walk in there. But hey, we want it to be we don't want to be able to walk over the house. Alright, so let's just make the hitbox like this and copy that. Then make it like this. And let's make another hitbox so the character doesn't go doesn't go too far in. There you go. Now the character can't go too far in. My ears hurt. Alright. Let's make it a little smaller. There you go. Now let's add the door. So we're going to create a symbol called door box. We're gonna make it the color blue. Yay! Blue! I like blue. Blue's my favorite color. Alright, so make that 20 opacity. Alright. Let's set it 20 by 20. Because I really like the number 20 now. Plop, plop. Do this. Alright, so we basically got that. We don't need to add any more actions, just actually. Yeah. let's add the door right here. So just put this. Go on its actions. Go on door box. Go on its actions. Say on clip event. If root car hitbox hit test this go to and stop frame 2. Actually, no. We're gonna say root go to frame equals 2. Why we're gonna do that, you'll see. Because we're going to add a fade. Actually, no, I'm gonna do that in the next tutorial. So just do something simple like that. Alright. So just add another frame. Don't add. Okay, so then we're gonna change. Delete all the hitboxes because we're gonna change that. Delete all the doors because we're gonna change that. Delete all the graphics and backgrounds and all that stuff. We're gonna make a house. Alright, so now make the background black because we're going to do something. Alright, so let's make the move like this. Let's do that. And then now we got a house. Let's just make a house. My house. My house. My house. Alright. Let's just make a house. Even though the layout of the house looks like nothing like the overworld sprite. That's that Alright, so add a wall. Let's add a couple walls. These are walls. Alright, so let's just delete everything. Looking kind of nice. Perfect. Now, what we want to do is not drag the character, but because just drag the character, whatever. Now, drag the character and the camera here, wherever you want. And then just put the camera 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure it's not showing. Now, for this certain camera, we're going to say. Oh, wait, I remembered why we need to actually not do that. Because we need actions to tell it where to go. Because if we do that frame, it'll say, like, oh, these are the same thing. So it'll be wherever it had to be. So. Just erase this because we don't need that. So. Root car x will equal 320. Root car y will equal 450. Root cam x will equal 320. root cam y will equal, let's see, 240. So let's go to that house. I wonder why it's not working. Oh, I gotta put root go to and stop too, because I'm just basically telling this that door symbol to go to and stop too, and that will not work. So now if we walk in, there we go. Now we're in the house. Stopping pretty nicely. Oh no, it's not. Okay, so now we gotta add doors. So now we know it's working. Let's make this not visible. So visible visible equals false. Alright, just copy that. And now we have more hitboxes. Alright, so let's just scale those. Get those on the walls. Put those in halls. Let's not make it too big so we can save data, but let's try to use less so we can use less data. As I always say, less is more. I never say that. Don't believe me. So let's duplicate that. Alright. So now we've added a bunch of hitboxes, but let's add a door so we can exit. Let's just add it right here. Let's scale that. Actually, I think door box should be over code box. So now we're gonna say, hey, go to and stop one. But this time, yeah, let's get rid of that. Actually, cut this instead of, yeah. And then we're going to go to the door frame and tell it to do that. And then we're gonna go over here in the door and then tell it to do that. And I think I did something wrong over here. Ah, yes. Yeah. So now the cam will equal. Alright, what's this x? What's this x? What's this x? So it's actually 164. 164. Its y will now be 300. Cam will equal that too. And we'll just equal that. So now, anytime we walk into this small on the outside but huge on the inside house, what the frick? Oh, okay. I see what I did wrong. See, it cannot go to and stop first. It has to do what he's do before it goes away. Otherwise, it's like telling, All right, first I want you to stop existing, then knock over the plant. It's gonna stop existing, but it can't knock over the plant. You gotta tell it what to do before disappearing. Knock over the plant, then stop existing. I don't know why it's doing that. It's probably because the Y's a little, its Y's a little too far back. So let's move it up a bit. There we go. There we go. Yeah, let's move its X a little to the, let's move its X a little left so it doesn't, so like 2, 10, 3, 1, 3, 10. So yeah, it's actually looking like a decent Undertale game. So now you Undertale animators and Flash can now do what you need to do. That. Now it's kind of looking kind of nice. Everything's still here too. It's pretty swell. Oh, I don't know why it glitched like that. It's probably because it's also something you need to do. I want to make the character's hitbox a little lower so it can go kind of go near objects. So like this height, let's make it 15. Just move it. Let's just put it. There we go. So now everything's working perfectly. Let's change the camera's thing to where it can like. What's its boundaries now? Its boundaries are correct, but it's Y. How about if the character here, how about this? If character instead of doing numbers, how about if character hit test bound or cam x root cam x then root. You're gonna be saying why I'm going to do this later because let's check out the cam y. So we can actually visualize what we're seeing. So let's call this cam xy. Alright. That now this color is gonna be yellow. Yeah, I actually like to see what the character is going to be touching. There you go. Alright, just make this that, and just take that, and then make that, and then do that, and then that's like that, and then we're just gonna cam XY. So now, let's see. So that looks so if the character hits this, hits this. Oh, here, let's go inside it. Make the line instead of solid, make it a hairline so it doesn't do all that jizz. Alright, do that, and then copy that. This will be the X. So if it does that, sorry, cam X, now cam Y. So now we can visualize what we're going to be hitting when the character is gonna the camera's gonna follow the character. So there you go. It's gonna follow the X. Now as soon as it stops hitting that, it will not follow it anymore. As soon as it stops hitting it, it will not follow anymore. That's basically what it's for. So now we know it's working properly. So now we can just make that not visible anymore. So go F9, visible equals false. So now we got our main mechanics done. Woo, you can basically make an Undertale game right now. No, you can't, because Undertale needs dialogue, and Undertale needs all that. It needs dialogue. Without dialogue, it won't work. Alright. So it's basically working. Yep. So now if we exit, do 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 do, yay! And I can still hit things. Ah. All right. So yeah. Now we made. Oh, what the heck? What the? Oh, yeah. I just remembered what I did. All right. So let me get rid of this. Here. Nobody shall pass by this area. So let's make a large hitbox so nobody can pass this. Nobody can pass this. Nobody. Oh, whoops. What the? What the? What the frick? Did I break that apart by accident? I must have broken it by accident. Let's see. Now nobody shall go past here, and nobody shall go past here. Alright, so everything looks tidy. Test it one more time to see if it's working. Yep, it's not working. Now we can follow the character. Alright, okay. Everything's working alright. Alright. So next tutorial, we're gonna be doing tile sets. So goodbye.